Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Thanks so much for tuning in. Before we get started, I just want to mention this is another Ariel SX track. This is 2021 Ariel SX Round 4 Indianapolis. So Indianapolis won. Just want to give that a quick shout out. These tracks have been awesome. Very little to complain about. I mean, the track is just, for how fast they get them out, they're just fantastic. So with that being said, we can jump into just getting off or kicking it off with the 250s. I think the biggest news, obviously, is Christian Craig went down hard in that heat race. He was leading, and he just kind of high-sided off the one jump and went down really, really hard. So just to see him even battle it out and later take a podium is just absolutely incredible. So Christian gets the podium. He gets third. After that horrific crash, the gap is now 8 between him and Nichols because Nichols took second. But the biggest news to me is, and just the biggest shocker, is Jet Lawrence. Jet Lawrence is not riding 100%. I mean, you even look on the Racer X online website, you know, it has a little medical cross and everything next to his name. And, you know, like, he's injured. That shoulder, you know, we saw what, was that 2 weeks ago, I think now, we saw? And he came out and won. And, I mean, Colt Nichols was second from the get-go. So, there's nothing, you know, Jet was just the better rider tonight. So, I mean, it just amazes me that someone can, I mean, we're talking about Jet Lawrence, you know, so I can't say it amazes me. You know, Jet's a fantastic rider. But just riding injured and still coming out on top, that just shows me that next year, I think Jet Lawrence is obviously, I think, the biggest contender for the 250s. I mean, if he can stay healthy. Going more into it, Joe Shimoda. So Joe Shimoda barely missed. He missed the podium today. He got a fourth, I think, tonight. He got a really bad start. So, I mean, just to come up and get a fourth, that just, you know, shows Shimoda's here to play. So it's gonna be, in my last video I said tightening down to Vegas. I forgot Salt Lake is the last city, so, or the last race, I mean. So I guess technically it's the last city, but yeah, they're not going to Vegas, they're going to Salt Lake. So that was just a mistake on my part. So going into Salt Lake, it's gonna be an 8-point difference between Craig and Nichols. I think Nichols, if nothing, you know, too exciting or too drastic happens, I guess, for Nichols, I think he should hold on to the championship. You know, Craig helped himself out tonight by at least participating in the main and getting a podium finish, you know, to salvage and just kind of keep himself in. And now he's got a lot of time to heal up, so he should be 100% to go for that race and just give it everything he has. So, and honestly speaking, I think Christian Craig will win that race. I think Christian Craig will come back to Salt Lake and win. I think Craig's problem is he starts to lose that fire throughout the series. You know, Christian came out and dominated that first race, and I think he's going to do the same thing in the last. I think he's going to come out and he is going to just be fresh. He's going to be not going to be worn down at all. He's going to come out, and I think he's going to be all business. Man, I think he's going to come out and win it. I think Nichols is going to take a second or a third and win the championship. That's just my thoughts. So, moving over to the 450 division, real quick before we jump into the everything else, I just want to give a quick shout out to Justin Brayton because, I mean, the dude's, what, 30, I don't know, 35, 36, I think. I don't know how old he is. I know he's in his mid-30s. And even the lead laps in that 450 division is just absolutely insane. I mean, that class is so stacked that you're that old and you're coming out. I mean, 30's not, okay, that's not old, but it's old for a Supercross rider, right? So to come out and just even lead, even put yourself in position, I mean, that's just insane. Hats off to him, man. The big news, Cooper Webb wins. I said it in my video before, I thought Cooper was going to win the night. He looked so good in qualifying. He looked good during the race. So, I mean, I liked, I don't know. Cooper he looked kind of like old Cooper tonight. So, it's going to be interesting moving forward. I liked his gear tonight too. His gear was sweet. He had like that retro Thor gear on. It was sweet. I love that gear. So moving on to Ken. Ken looked fast. You know, he had some, like you said, he had some issues there in the middle where he struggled to find a rhythm, and you could tell he must went down the whoops there a few times, which, you know, that claimed the bar show, or that almost claimed bar show. We'll get to that in a second. But Ken looks patient. He looks poised. You know, he looks like he's in it. You know, he didn't push the issue tonight. He's in it for the long haul. You know, he didn't want to do anything and jeopardize his entire season just with one stupid push. So, it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. You know, it's obviously a Cooper-Ken championship, especially with what we've seen from Eli tonight. So we'll get to that in a second too. But moving on to Zach Osborne, we saw Zach make his first official big appearance. You know, he took got that third podium, or that third place podium tonight. So it's good to see Zach running up there. So then, moving on to the save of the night, we have Justin Barcia, and holy mackerel, I thought he was going to loop her out. I don't even know how you save it like that. I mean, carrying that much speed in the whoops, and at that, like, part of the, just, you know, going up onto that, just, I can't even believe he saved it. I mean, he started running with it and everything. Just, hats off to him for saving that. I mean, that salvage is top 5. He almost got Zach Osborne at the end. So, I mean, that would have been incredible, too, to go through, like, save that and then go get a podium, which he almost did. He was, like, a half second off, not even. So, you know, I think another lap, and I think Barcia would have got him. So that brings me to my last point, which is Eli, and I think after tonight, I think I'm going to eliminate Eli from contention. Just because after tonight, I think he is now a race off, and it's not even that I don't think he can come back from a race, you know, from that big of a points lead, you know, especially with some help from the leaders, you know, with Ken and Cooper. It's definitely possible. It's just, from what I've seen from Eli, it's not that he's not riding good. It's just his starts. His starts just kill him. The field is just so packed and so good this year. I mean, look at this picture. I took a picture of this during the race. I know every single person on this list, and they're all good riders. Like, you have to have a good start. If you don't have a good start, you're not going to come through. It's the same thing with Cooper Webb. Cooper Webb has had a few starts where he just, you know, he couldn't come up past 5th, you know. Or he could come up the 3rd and 4th, or 4th and 3rd, I mean, I guess would it be. But he just, you know, you can't make a push towards the lead because in that amount of time, because the field is just, everyone's going to run you. Every single person in this class will at least give you something. So I think that's going to be it for the video, guys. I just want to say thanks again for all the support. Comment down below what you guys think is going to happen. I'm not going to make any assumptions on the 450 championship because I don't. It's just too close. Being a Ken fan, I don't want to be too biased. But yeah, just comment what you guys think is going to happen. I hope to have some more MX Bikes videos in the future, maybe with some tutorial videos on, like I said in the past video, like going through the whoops and everything. So, and with that being said, I'm having a MX vs. ATV Unleashed series coming out hopefully this week. Have a few videos on that. So that's it for the video, guys. Stay tuned, more videos on the way, and I guess we'll see you in the next one. Peace.